So, any specifics during the game that you want me to take a look at?
Um, I think a good thing to look. I mean, laning phase is always useful to have your kind of thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I play the lane pretty well. Like I kind of avoid most of her skill shots. I don't really sit there and eat her abilities. I try to get rotations when I can. One thing I'm trying to do is, and you can kind of keep an eye out for it, is not like ditching waves to do things. It is a problem. Like I've noticed where I'll run off away from a big stacked wave just to go do like an objective, and I'll lose like a wave and a half
Mm-hmm.
to do that. So that's definitely worth looking at.
Okay. Yeah, that's really important to recognize. So first of all, I think a few minor improvements here. I think this initially here starts really good. Where we get her our Q off onto her, great, amazing. And I think right now we want to be a little bit more patient with letting the wave come in, because what we eventually see is a little bit later right here. Waves actually slow pushing toward Lux,
Yeah.
and that's not ideal. Because then we get into this position where we're a little bit stuck on her side of the lane, and we cannot really take proper trades into her. Because eventually, she is not going to be strong enough to kill you in the lane, especially given the fact that we have Fleet D-Shot second win. She's just not, she doesn't have the resources for it. So if the wave is on our side right here, well, she's going and we slowly chipping away their HP bar, eventually her wave is just going to get stuck on this side. We can start zoning her off the wave with her W. That's going to be the goal of this lane. Okay. Okay, if we're ever in this position, one thing that I would recommend is actually you go up here and you want to try to thin out this wave plus get damage onto Lux. So what I would try to do is I would actually position myself right here, E backwards onto this creep, and then look for a Q out attack Q onto Lux. If she Qs, we reactively E and we go all the way back here. So we get damage onto her, plus we shove out the wave.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially because it's not the best spot for me.
Exactly. Beautiful. We get the wave out. Specific reason why you ward here?
I think I misclicked.
Okay.
I'd have to go over the wall.
Okay. Little tip, always ward here.
Okay.
Because this shows this plus this. So if we ward right here, it only shows this. If we ward right here, it shows everything right here. Beautiful. Let the wave come in. I think this was a really good W. Try to contest her on this creep. Be right here. Q her. Contest her on the creep. Akali Q is like any other skill shot. Great, let the wave come out. Not a big fan of this fight play. But she managed to make it work, so well done. Okay, what do we want to do? What do we want to do right now?
Well, the next wave is about to come in. I'm more than happy to stay and get the next wave because that TP and the Lux does not.
Perfect.
So I think that's what I end up doing.
That's exactly what we should do. We want to reach our power spike of 1100 gold. You go for which build you going this game?
Right now I'm going the Leandries
Okay.
into
Leandry's
the
Rift.
other right. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, I think that's completely fine this game. In that case, we want to get 850 for Blasting Wand, refill 150, possibly even boots. But this is an extra, so we're at least resetting on 1k. Okay, I would have just let this wave come into me right here. Play it slow, so we can stack up more gold, and then eventually we can reset later. It's not bad though, this is still good. I think right here we go Blasting Wand refill, because it suits our gold much more better.
Okay, I was thinking boots because it makes it easier to avoid Lux skill shots, but that does also make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we want to do from this point?
Well, right here I end up holding this wave because... Oh, maybe not. I thought I did.
So what's the goal in the lane here?
My goal right now would be to get as much gold as I can and kind of just, if I can kill Lux, I can kill Lux. But she is hard to kill in lane because she's kind of stays far away from you.
Exactly. She stays far away. So we got to bridge the gap with the E. Because we want to start trading with her to put pressure onto her. So what I would like to do right here, given the fact she just used her E, that means she has no E, we E backwards, Q onto her, plus thin out the wave. So we get best of both worlds right here. Then we W, out attack Q, we keep the wave around this position as well. And then we use our W to zone Lux off as well. So it's a bonus, it's a win-win if we decide to E backwards right here and try to get a high value trade-off. Because we both thin the wave and hit Lux. Okay. Not the biggest fan of this one. Why do you think that is?
Well, nothing really happens, and as I had kind of said before, I shouldn't be leaving really fat waves like that for these roams that are kind of just nothings.
So I think the wave state's completely fine to move. Because Lux also moves, and it's a cannon like this. The main reason why it's not working out is because we're not 6. Akali is not that strong without her ult. So if we're 6, this is bingo right here. But because we're not 6, this isn't really possible. Because we're just not useful.
Oh yeah, and I missed my E here. Yeah, it's not a good E miss.
Spot on. I think what we do is I think we actually E backwards right here. Into the Shroud. We get onto Lux. We get out attack Q. We kill her. And then we E back towards the Shroud. So in situations like these, where risking E is too high, you always E backwards. To get onto them.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Any questions so far?
Yeah, so with that last wave, wouldn't I have missed a cannon wave if I didn't, because I do think I missed most of it.
Yes.
So even though she moves, would I not have just been better off taking the farm?
Well, missing waves is always, it's a little bit, it's not that straightforward, because the way I look at missing waves is I always compare it towards the enemy laner. So if we're both missing waves, it's not the end of the world. Of course, in hindsight, it's better to grab the wave, get 6, and then do something, because that's just much more in line with our identity as a champion.
Yeah.
But this is not a game-losing play here. It's just a missed opportunity. That's the way I would view it.
If I was to guess, like, what I would consider to be the game-losing play, it happens around Rift Herald, I think.
Okay.
So we can take a look at that.
Definitely. Okay, we're 6 here. Where's our E? Okay, makes sense.
This is maybe not the most optimal thing because their jungler's not here. Or my jungler's not here. But also, because Nunu's low health, I'm not super worried about it.
Wow, shout out to Tam, the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Okay, let's take a look at a little bit of skirmish optimization right here. So, what we see is we get this initial Q. I think this is beautiful, this initial Q. Really good Q. What I would do right here is out attack, Q, R1. Because he has no bite. He bit this.
Yeah, he bit the thing. Yeah.
He bit this. So he's dead now. And what I would do is I would Q over him here. Q, out attack. Well, let's take a look here. What happens? Okay, he bites here. Then we Q, out attack, Q, R1. Get behind him, instantly out attack. That's how we get on them real fast. Then we get our R2 available rather quickly. And I think afterwards, that's when we can actually... that's when we can actually Shroud right here, so we get energy back. And what we can then play for is we can then play for the finish with R2, and we can then E out. I think that's the way we play it. It would have been a little bit more smooth. That was a sick cancel by Camille, though. She canceled your E damage. You see that?
Yeah, she did. Yep.
Okay. Let's see, what did we lose for mid on this? I think we lost like one wave. Yeah, we lost one wave.
Yeah. Vi picks it up, so it's not the worst. But yeah, it's not ideal either.
Yeah, it's mainly because I think we could have gotten a little bit more, but it's not guaranteed. This is what I like to see. Aggressive W usage on the long lane. Make it hard for her to contest. Beautiful. Okay, we got no R, so we don't really want any skirmishes. We don't want to play. Very good.
Yeah, that was more me just making sure she got out more than anything else.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to do. Okay. Solid. One thing that I'm generally seeing is I think we're not utilizing the E backwards enough.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's not something I use probably nearly enough. I know I'll watch like a high elo VOD and they'll use it frequently, and I don't think I get nearly as much use out of it as I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect example right here. E backwards onto the creep, get into another Q range. We can always just then E towards here, and we just get more damage off. Okay, beautiful. Let's take a look. Do we press tab somewhere here? Ah. Perfect. What do we see, man?
Well, we're doing pretty, like, we're across the board, we're winning. Like, we're not really doing, we're doing really well in bot lane. We're doing pretty well in top lane.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we're behind on CS in the top lane, but we're ahead in kills.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this isn't a terrible position for us at all. And we have a fairly strong bot. We have fairly strong support. So, like, all around, this is a pretty good state to be in, I think.
Okay. So how does this entire game state shape the way that we want to be playing?
Ow. Well, right now, I would say we can look for, like, when the objectives come up, we want to look for them as soon as possible to sort of push our lead.
Definitely. Something else did you see?
Well, the Camilla's still pretty strong, even if she's not, you know, even if she doesn't have the shutdown like Tom does, but playing towards bot is probably going to be really good too.
Exactly. That's what we're aiming for. If we're fighting around bot, there's no way we lose. Okay. It seems our Vi is not aware of that. Okay, so that's a double kill on Camille. That sucks. Well, that makes it even clearer, right? That means that top is just a no-go zone from this point.
I don't know that I needed to flash that.
Probably not. I don't mind this. I don't think that's too important. Okay, we got an R. This is big. Even though it's on top side, it's still big. Okay, let's review this here. Let's play it out first, actually. Okay, we get both kills. Very nice. Okay, I want to review this skirmish because I think we can play this a little bit better. So what are the key things to look for in this position? In this position right here.
Well, Lux using her Q is big.
Mm-hmm.
Is he level 6 yet? He's probably level 6, so does he have ult?
Nunu?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's level 11 of minute 11.
Yeah. So that would be the two like major things. We also don't know where Camilla is, which is probably not the best.
Okay.
Although she might have just been backing or something.
Okay. So if this would be my Akali game, how would I play this? How would I review this? Let's start with that. So when it comes to skirmishing on Akali, first things first that we gotta ask ourselves the question, do we need E to kill the target?
In this case, probably not. I think they're both pretty low health.
Exactly. So if we cannot guarantee an E, we don't use it. Because it's too risky. The ability. And this is what we see right here. Is instead of us being in a perfect position right here, between the Nulu, and the Lux, and the Vi, we're actually really far away. That's one thing that I'm looking for. Number two, I'm trying to line up the enemies. So we can AoE them with our ult. Our ult is a very good spell to do that. And I think what we do right here is, I think we need to move up here so we can R2 over Nunu towards Lux.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep.
Okay. And I think that's it. I think the W was good. I like the W right here. Also, always after R1, the W is most of the times good. So W was good. A little bit of improvements with lining up and E usage. Okay, we got a spike. We want to reset here. Okay, I think we make a small reset mistake. Dragon's coming up. We want to fight that with our strong bolt. Since we have our gold for item spike, what I would recommend is I would actually recommend you base when you hit that amount of gold. So either we don't go for the plate and we reset right now, or we get the plate and reset after. And I think going for the plate and resetting after is the correct call here. Or we reset right now after solving this wave. This is also completely fine. Because now next wave's gonna...
I think resets are a problem that I need to be more aware of, because I feel like there's always at least 1 or 2 moments in a game where when I get reviews, it's like, yeah, why didn't you reset here? Oh, well, yeah, so that's something I should really make a note for myself.
Okay. What I recommend is that I think there's some content right here on the MLA about resets, but to really boil it down, few things to have in mind when you're looking to reset. Key spikes is one of them. If you're looking at a key spike on a certain champion, Akali, a key spike is Hextech Alternator. If you're playing the Assassin build, it's your first completed item. It's your second completed item. These are key spikes that really define your power output. You really want to be resetting on those key spikes. That's a major thing that you want to keep an eye on, is your gold.
Yep.
Awesome. Any other questions so far, by the way?
Nope.
Really good. Okay, so we got this dragon fight coming up. We do have R, so it's definitely playable. It's good that we don't engage. Kalen dies, which is unfortunate. We do reset right now. It's funny, because I actually think that this is a time where we're actually allowed to shove mid first and then reset after.
Yeah, because I think the Lux was somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Lux was bot. And another thing is, if we look at our next key spike right now, what's our next key spike?
It would be item and boots.
Exactly.
We're close to the boots, yeah.
So what's the gold amount that we need to reset on? 1650.
1650, yeah.
Spot on. So if we grab that wave up, maybe sell refill, we're in a great position. Because then we have the boots as well. Okay, I think this is an objective we give. And if we don't want to give, we want to be sending our bot lane towards mid or our bot lane towards top to actually play this objective because we want to play around our bot.
Okay, I think that's kind of what the mistake we make. We don't have our bot lane with us, and we try and take Herald.
Yeah.
And I think we end up giving up my shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the Vi has a shutdown at this point, but we end up giving up a couple shutdowns. Or I at least give my shutdown up.
Okay, I'm kind of curious. Let's see, do we press tab here? Because I'm really curious to see how strong this Camille actually is.
She's 4-0 at this point.
Okay.
I think.
So maybe we can see what items she has.
I don't know if I press it before the fight. I press it right after she kills me, though, so...
Okay, that's also always really good to check, right? If you're going to be fighting on the side, check if we can actually take the fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's got a Trinity Force and
I didn't see it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's strong. She's really strong. Okay. I actually think that if we... If we play this faster, we might even win this fight. In the fact that what we actually do right here is we Q, R, E, E2, auto attack, Q, R2. And we actually one-shot the Nunu before he can get his combo off onto the big part of his combo off onto Vi. And I think we can install long enough for Camille, get a big chunk off onto her, with Tamkins coming in. I think maybe this was okay. But like, if we really look at it, this fight's just not favorable with Camille being 2 levels up and having those items. Fight's not in our favor. Much better just play around strong side bot. But there is something to say about micro improvements, because we definitely could have had the Nunu killed about now. We R2 out. And we just 1-for-1. Nah, that wouldn't be worth. No, we just don't fight. We just don't fight. It's just not a good fight. Okay. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of this TP.
Yeah, why did I TP there? It's not really a great TP. Maybe we think we can get Rift Herald again?
Yeah, I think that's possibly it. So let's take a look at how this unfolds because we TP top. Alright? I've got a guess here, because Tam is now going bot without TP, so we're probably going to get outnumbered here. Well, that was actually quite alright in the end. I think you're giving too many risks with these E's. If you E this and this guy flashes it, we're completely out of the fight here. And then Vi is in it alone. So I would much rather have you just QR auto attack Shroud. Hold on to your E.
I go for the fadeaway E too often.
Yes, it's too risky. Okay. So to really tie this TP back, right, we're playing an assassin like Akali. What we want to do is we want to actually use TP in a way that we can create man advantages, so we can create advantageous fights for ourselves. So I'd much rather have you move towards the side lane, walk there, shove in waves, let someone answer the side lane, and then you TP towards the rest of your team on a flank position to get fights happening. Because now it's really going to compromise the way that we want to be playing the side lane the next couple of minutes. I think we die here. We don't. Okay. Yeah, we don't beat this Camille. That's one thing that we have to understand.
Yeah. That's maybe not something I'm the best at. It's kind of finding ways to win games where, like, there's a member of the enemy team that just will straight up beat me like this.
Well, to put it really frankly, right? The only thing you have to do right here is make sure that she does not make any progress when it comes to towers. And because of your team being so unbelievably far ahead, they will win the game for you.
So basically, it's just playing a game of protect the tower type of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've already lost this fight. I probably shouldn't have gone in for that at all.
It's a little bit unfortunate because this fight starts off rather rough with us not having the ability to TP in, Vi being on top here.
Them getting the shutdown on the bar bot side wasn't very optimal.
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, they killed our bot side before
Yeah.
we got there, so, yep.
Okay. Camille kills the Vi. And as you can see, right, this Camille is not even doing anything special, by the way. She's not doing anything special. The only thing she's doing is she's playing around her strength and around her timers. And she's respecting fights that she cannot take. It's not like she's mechanically insane. Like, she's good, but she's not like completely cracked. And the only thing she's doing is she's taking smart fights while we are not. That's it. We got no R, we cannot fight. Okay. Anything else you really want to look at here in this review, man?
No, I think that's kind of... I've already kind of made the mistakes that I think led to the game being really hard to play.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think that's the main stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in here, man. A lot of laning stuff, where I think we can up the aggression. We can, especially with our E usage, we can definitely up the aggression in that case. I think some of our skirmishes definitely worth focusing on as well. And just playing smart fights, playing around your strong members with your ult. If we do that consistently, that's when we're going to be winning fights with winning games with Akali.